Iman Gadhzi has become an institution to rival some of the biggest influencers in the world, skyrocketing from just 300,000 YouTube subscribers to over 5 million as of July 2024, with another 2 million followers on Instagram. His charismatic presence, boyish good looks, and ultra-polished persona seem to have captivated the entire world. But he's not just a social media star. He's one of the world's greatest and youngest entrepreneurs. At just 23, he claims to have built an impressive net worth, reportedly as high as $85 million, through his business ventures, training courses, and coaching programs. But behind this picture-perfect facade lies a story that, when scrutinized, raises significant questions about his authenticity. Is Iman Gadhzi a legitimate entrepreneur, or just a well-crafted illusion? Iman Gadhzi has put together a public image that is practically a work of art. Not only does it pull at the heartstrings, but it simultaneously reinvigorates the listener with a can-do attitude. But if you look closer, you can see there are some cracks in this seemingly perfect story. Born in Russia to a single mother, Iman claims his early life was marked by extreme poverty, including not even having an indoor toilet. According to him, his mother worked 3 jobs to provide for the family. Finally, at the age of 4, his mother married a wealthy man, and the family moved to London, where they lived in one of the best neighborhoods in the country. Before long, Iman was attending one of the most prestigious and expensive schools in the UK. The story goes that the marriage between his mom and stepdad soured, and the pair were cut off financially. Iman was soon selling candy bars to make ends meet. Still, having tasted the high life, Iman would do anything to reclaim his spot at the top of the mountain. Now, it all sounds good, but things just don't work like that. For starters, divorce or not, the UK isn't the sort of place where you can just cut off a spouse and a stepchild financially. That is, of course, unless Iman's mother was simply too grieved to go report the breakup. However, it's impossible to imagine that she would let her son sell candy bars to help pay the rent before claiming alimony. Secondly, privilege isn't really something that can be taken away once it's given. You can remove the big house and the money, but not the education, the connections, nor the valuable advice that gets traded between millionaires and their kids like football cards. This seems to be backed up by his frequent posting about trips to Italy and other spots around the world, holidays that are hard to fund hawking Mars bars. Rather than selling candy bars, Gadhzi in reality shifted into social media entrepreneurship. He claims that, at 13, he was flipping Instagram accounts, making $500 to $1,000 a month. Before long, he decided that he was so good at the platform, it simply made sense to start a digital marketing agency. But as we'll see, this too doesn't exactly hold water. Now, we do know that Iman's rise to fame began with his social media presence. Though he at first aimed to become a fitness influencer, he soon shifted his focus to digital marketing. By 17, he was reportedly earning a 6-figure income from his agency. However, videos from the day tell a different story. While he frequently posted about his 6-figure earnings, he often clarified that his agency was merely on track to achieving those numbers. That's like saying you make $10,000 a month in January and assuming that every month afterward would follow suit. Such half-truths are the currency of social media influencers, and Iman became a master at using them to his advantage.
Hey, my name is Iman Gadhzi. I went from a 17-year-old high school dropout to millionaire by the time I was 18 by building my own social media marketing agency from scratch, and I'm one of the passionate few.
In 2017, Iman claimed to have made his very first million. Unfortunately, UK business filings show that his company, IA Online Services, only had assets worth $177,000. Other companies tied to his name, like IIGS Holdings and Nice Stuff Limited, show similar patterns of underperformance and disillusion. Many of these never even made a penny before being dissolved. And then comes the kicker. Despite claiming massive success with his social media marketing agency, Iman abruptly shut it down in 2022. If the agency was truly successful, why not sell it? Or at least maintain it? Every entrepreneur, including Iman, according to his videos, knows that you don't just shut down a profitable business. At a minimum, you pass the clients off to a partner. This was made even more confusing by Iman's claims that running his agency took up just 4 hours a week. If that amount of effort is making you millions, why ditch it? These discrepancies seem to suggest that Gadhzi's portrayal of his business success may be more fiction than fact. and this is only further supported by what he does next. There's a weird thing that happens in the world of online grifters. When they realize they can't make money the traditional way, they instead grow their influence so that they can milk their audience members for money instead of just attention. So Iman began selling courses designed to help individuals start and scale their digital marketing agencies. Since the 2020s, pushing education-focused content like Agency Accelerator, Agency Navigator, and six-figure SMMA have been his primary gig. And thanks to his carefully crafted rags-to-riches story, good looks, and social media charisma, Gadhzi has managed to attract a large audience. This is most likely when the money actually started flowing for Gadhzi. This pattern is not uncommon among online influencers, who simply pretend to have achieved significant success in a field in order to sell courses focused on replicating what they've done. They're passing the actual entrepreneurial success onto others while leveraging it at the same time. Of course, the overall appeal of his courses is further bolstered by fawning social media channels that promote Gadhzi as a brilliant young entrepreneur. And why not? His narrative is extremely compelling. A young man from a humble background who made it big through hard work and grit. It's the sort of tale that people pay millions for. And so far, it seems that's just what's happening. Now, all of this aside, the most glaring evidence that Iman is a fraud comes from what we know about the actual entrepreneurial endeavors that he's tried. Probably the best example is his NFT project. Launched in 2022, the Gents Croquet Club, a collection of 975 NFTs, was marketed as an exclusive gentleman's club, offering networking opportunities and business benefits. The mint price was a steep $4,500, but Iman made it clear that buyers would get direct engagement with him as well as access to high-profile networking events. Unfortunately, investors were soon online reporting that Gadhzi rarely interacted with the community at all, and that literally none of the promised benefits were coming to fruition. The GCC project highlights a common tactic among online influencers, leveraging hype and FOMO to sell overpriced products. Gadhzi's NFT promised a lot, but delivered little, which is par for the course in the industry that never was.
You were launching your NFT project. How much money did you actually make on the launch?
On that day, we did $4.4 million. I personally took home because there were costs. I also had, our developer team.
Yeah.
I had a co-founder in that. So I personally took home roughly around 2.8.
The lack of recurring revenue to support the promised benefits was a red flag from the start. But many were drawn in by the allure of exclusive access and potential profits, not to mention Gadhzi's constant promotion. Nevertheless, the project's failure to meet its commitments and the ongoing lack of refunds have somehow yet to tarnish Gadhzi's credibility. He still puts out all the videos, gets all the clicks, and, from appearances anyway, makes all the money he needs to keep his brand and image soaring. Iman Gadhzi's story is a tapestry of half-truths and carefully curated images. While he presents himself as a self-made entrepreneur, the evidence suggests that much of his wealth and success are more illusion than reality. The only product he's had any real success in selling is the idea of Iman Gadhzi himself.